We'll begin today in a cross-legged position. And you might want to pull the flesh of your buttocks back behind your sit bones so that you're on the front of your sit bones and your pelvis is tilted down a bit. And then we'll just inhale and roll the shoulders up and exhale and release them down and maybe let the eyes close. Allow your face to soften. The weight of your shoulders to relax down even more. Melting any tension in the shoulders. Release and relax your belly, letting it go. And see if you can relax in the hips and let the legs be heavy. And feel the weight of your buttocks resting heavily on the ground. Taking a few moments just to feel the body in its heaviness, sinking, letting go. And then feeling the body in its lightness, feeling whatever ease may be here, areas of softness, fluidity, spaciousness. And then connecting with the breath. Deepening the breath so that it fills up like pouring a glass of water from the bottom to the top. And then pouring it out from top to bottom, getting to emptiness at the end of the exhale. Feeling filled with the breath at the top of the inhale. And then gently turn the head from side to side. When you turn your head to the left, pull back your right shoulder. When you turn your head to the right, pull back your left shoulder. And then come back to center. And then turn the palms to face up at the height of the chest. And then as you inhale, pull your hands back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, elbows coming in, and lifting the chest and the eyes. As you exhale, press your hands forward, bending at the wrists, rounding your back, dropping your head. Turn the palms up and pull them back, sending the chest out and the eyes up. And then press forward. tucking the tailbone, tucking the head. Continue like that at your own pace. Deep stretch in the wrist as the palms push forward on the exhale. Two more. On your next inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands relaxing down in front of you. Let the elbows drop, let the head drop. And return to that emptiness at the end of the exhale, maybe even drawing the belly in to really get hollow. All the stale air out from the bottom of the lungs. Letting the weight of the body collapse toward the floor. And then coming back to that fullness on the inhale, seeing how and where you experience it. See if there are any parts of you that could stand to relax even more. And then slowly roll yourself up, reach up with an in-breath. Bring the hands together at the heart, the out-breath. Staying with the breath, feeling its movement even as the body is still. Release the hands. Make a mental note of the cross of your legs, which one's in front or on top, and then release the legs, shake them out. And then recross the legs the other way. We'll bring the hands down on the knees and begin to circle the body around from the hips, bringing the chest out and the eyes up as you come across the front, and then rounding the back and tucking the chin as you come across the back, exhaling there. Inhaling as you come across the front, sticking the heart out, looking up. Exhaling across the back, rounding. And when you're ready to start your next circle, reverse directions. And then come back to center. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Relaxing the arms, dropping the elbows, dropping the head. And connecting with the breath, emptying all the way out, filling all the way up. Start to walk the hands in, roll the spine up. With an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale the hands together. Release the hands, release the legs, shake them out. The knees, if that would feel good. And then crossing at the ankles, flip over, sitting on the feet. We're going to take the left hand and either tuck it under the left shin or under the left thigh. It depends on how your body is proportioned in arm length and torso length. So if your arms are really long, then you go under the shin, otherwise under the thigh. I have short limbs, so I'm going to go under the thigh. And you want to kind of really tuck it all the way under. And inhale the right arm up. Exhale the hand to the left side of the head. And then lift tall through the crown of the head. Exhale and drop the head to the right. Really let the weight of the right elbow be heavy. And if it doesn't feel like the left shoulder is being pulled down by this placement, then either you need to tuck the hand under more or you need to go to the lower level. Stay with the breath, stay long and tall through the spine. And then bring the hand to the right side of the head to lift your head up. And release the right hand down, release the left hand out. And then tuck the right hand under the shin or the thigh. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale the hand to the right side of the head. Inhale, lift tall through the spine, head and neck. Exhale, drop the head to the left, letting the left elbow be really heavy. Really heavy. If it helps, you can imagine suspending a bowling ball off that left elbow. Long, slow breaths, staying long and tall through your spine. Bring the left hand to the left side of the head to lift your head up. And then clasp your hands behind the back of your head with your elbows out. And then inhale and press the back of your head into your hands. Exhale, relax the shoulders down. So we're just going to continue to press back with the head into the hands. Next exhale, you can let the head drop down, let the elbows drop down. But don't round the back, keep the chest lifted, the spine upright, just the head forward. Inhale, you can imagine your heart center lifting toward your chin. On the exhale, your chin dropping toward your heart. Inhale, press the arms up. Exhale, release them out and down. And cross the left hand over to the right thigh. And you might even tuck your fingers under the thigh to get a good grip. You don't have to. Inhale the right arm up. And then exhale, lean over to the left. You can adjust the placement of your left hand so that it feels right to you. Raising up. Little pressure with the left hand into the thigh. To help that opening even more. Continuing to lean left. Breathe deep. Filling the space created by the position. And then inhale up, exhale down. Release the left hand, cross the right hand over to the left leg. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reach over to the right, gaze up and to the left. A little pulling into that left leg to help bring those right ribs under you a little more. And release down. Bring the hands back to center. Then we'll take it into more of a twist. So bring the right hand over again to the left leg. And then bring the left hand behind you and see if you can grab hold of your right foot with your left hand. And then inhale, lift tall. Exhale, pull with your left hand, twisting to the left. Inhaling tall. Exhaling, left hand helps you twist. Maybe the right hand does as well. And inhale back to center. Take a moment, letting your body adjust here. And then cross the left hand over to the right leg. Bring the right hand behind you. See if you can hold on to your left foot. If not, just take your right foot. Grab on. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale. Turn. Belly, ribs, chest. So you might push with your left hand and pull with your right hand. to a backward twist. Don't forget to inhale long and slow, filling up from bottom to top. Exhaling to empty. Inhale back to center. Take a moment, letting your body settle back. And we'll just bring the hands down and lift the buttocks to curl the toes under, just to stretch the toes. We've been sitting on them for quite some time. You can let your hands rest on your thighs and try your best to relax. I have an old injury in my left big toe. I broke it like, 30 years ago. And so it's rather uncomfortable for me to sit like this. So I get it if it feels hard. But see if you can find a way to find ease. Feel a place in your body that's comfortable, or maybe just connect with the breath and see how you can soften, not resist. Good. Bring the hands to the ground, release the toes, kick the feet. Good. And then we'll walk the hands in so that we're standing on the knees. And then just place your right hand on your heart. We're going to bring the left hand to the left heel. And if you don't reach the heel, curl the toes under so that you do. And then bring the hips forward, the head back. Breathe into your right hand. And then lift that right hand up and release it back behind you. Keep bringing the hips forward under you. Tucking the tail. Then lift yourself up. Sit on your heels. Bring the right arm across to the left on the diagonal. Keep your left hand on your left heel and push your hand forward into your heel, reaching out long through the right hand. Breathing long. And bring that right hand back around. Bring the body center, tuck the chin, roll yourself up, coming back to standing on the knees. Bringing the left hand to the heart, the right hand to the heel. And I forgot to say on the other side, if you don't reach the heel, even with the toes curled under, just bring your hand to your hip instead. That works great. And then simultaneously leaning back into the heel and bringing the hips forward. Drop the head back. Breathe into your hand. And then lift the hand and bring it up and back. Big breaths in. That works, Kelly. Complete breaths out. Hips really under you. And then keeping the hand on the heel, if it was there, lowering down, bringing that left arm over to the right, body on the diagonal, and then push the right hand into the heel. Reaching out nice and long with the left arm. Streaming the breath through the whole left side. And then bring both hands around to the front. Lift your hips coming onto the top of your head. Clasp your hands behind you and lift the hands up, straightening the arms, folding the shoulder blades in toward the spine. Breathing in and out, deep and slow. And then just aim the arms a little bit off to the right. They may not even move, but just have that intention. And then aim them off to the left. And back to center, release down. And then just sit back on your heels, resting on your forehead in child's pose. If your forehead doesn't reach the ground in this pose, then support it with hands or fists so that it feels restful to your head. If the arms are folded alongside you, go ahead and let the weight of the arms hang toward the floor, relaxing the shoulders down. And feeling the breath wide and full in the back body. And then extend the arms overhead on the ground. Keep your hands where they are. Lift your hips off your heels. Spread the fingers wide. Curl the toes under. And then pull your shoulders down your back. So you're going to kind of do a roll like we did at the very beginning of the class, kind of rolling the shoulders up and then down. Good. And then lift the knees, but keep them bent. Press forward into the fingers, sending your sit bones back as though you're trying to line them up over your heels. Getting really long in the spine. And keep the shoulders rolled down your back. It's very easy, at least it is for me. When I come up like this, my shoulders tend to pull out away from my body. We want to keep them down into the back. So a couple of breaths here with the knees, letting the chest drop toward the thighs, the head release toward the ground.
And feeling the length that you can create in your spine with each inhale. Good. And then start to press the heels down, press the thighs back, still feeling that length in the inhale from the hands to the hips, and then maybe the length from the hips to the heels on the exhale. Lots of weight in the fingers, so if there's a lot of weight in the heels of your hands, try to shift it more into the fingers. And then on your next inhale, look forward and lift your right leg up. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. Now bend your left knee halfway down toward the ground and let your hips sink down. Good. The right knee is over the right ankle. And with that left knee bent, you really can start to drop your hips nice and low. Keep going lower and lower. And then aim your tailbone for your right heel. And then without elevating the hips, start to press back through your left heel until you feel like you straighten your left leg. And then just be here, breathing in, breathing out. Now aim your left hip for your right foot. Bring your right hand to your right knee. Press the knee to the left as you bring the hip, left hip more to the right. Good. And then go ahead and release that back knee down onto the ground. Bend the knee and reach your right hand back for the foot. And if the right hand doesn't reach, you can try the left. And then just pull the heel toward the buttock and try to lower the left thigh toward the ground as you're pulling the heel in. So maybe think about that left buttock dropping lower. Stay with your breath. Try to stay calm. And then move your foot away from the buttock as far as you can while still holding on to that foot with your hand. Take your gaze up and to the right. Breathe into your chest. Good. And then bring your hand down. Send your hips back. Flex your foot. Lower your foot. Flex your foot. Lower your foot. And hold the flex position. Lift your gaze and try to lay your belly down, keeping your gaze lifted, bending your elbows. Breathe into your belly, and when you exhale, just try to sink the weight of your torso, keeping your gaze lifted to ensure that you're bending from the lower body, not the upper body. Take a couple more breaths here. Maybe relax the arms even more. And then go ahead and let your head drop down. Shift the weight forward again, bringing the hands forward, spreading the fingers. Curl your left toes under, lift your left knee, step your right foot back to downward facing dog. Pulling the shoulders down the back, pressing the thighs back and the heels down. On your next inhale, look forward and lift your left leg up. Exhale, step the foot up between the hands. And then go ahead and bend that right knee down halfway toward the floor, letting your hips sink down as low as they'll go. That's it. Keep sinking the hips. Exhale and dropping. And then pull your tailbone toward your left foot. And then, like a tug of war, pulling in the opposite direction, stretch back through your right heel until that right leg straightens. Bring your left hand to your left knee. Press the knee to the right and draw your right hip toward your left foot. And then go ahead and bring the back knee to the ground. Bend the back leg, reach your left hand for your right foot. It's always good to have props handy in case you can't reach. You can try the other hand if that's easier. And then just drop that right thigh, the right hip, the right buttock as you pull the heel toward the buttock. Keep sinking front of the right leg down. And then start to move the foot away from the buttock, pulling that left shoulder open away from the face. Take your gaze up and to the left. Taking the foot back, holding on with the hand. Breathing into the left side of your chest. And release. Bring the hand back down. Send your hips back, straightening your front leg. Flex your foot and lower your foot. Flex your foot, lower. A few more times. And then hold the flex position. Take your gaze up and keep looking up. Breathe into your belly. And then when you exhale, feel your back ribs dropping toward your belly dropping toward your leg as you continue to look up, maybe closing the eyes. And feeling for the release that your exhale can bring. The natural filling of the inhale, followed by that relaxation on the exhale. And then go ahead and let your head relax down. See if you can bend your elbows at all. Even if you're not low enough to the ground to be able to bend your elbows, just unlock them. So you're not, if your elbows are locked, there's nowhere to go. You can't lower. So if they're soft, you can try to relax and maybe just release with gravity toward that leg. And then shift your weight forward again. Curl the back toes under. Lift your right knee. Step your left foot back. Downward dog. And just lift one hip at a time. So without bending either knee, you can just lift one heel and feel that corresponding hip get higher, and then lift the other heel. Feel that hip get higher. Feel like your hips are walking stairs. Beautiful. And then come to stillness. Walk the feet up to the hands. Tuck the chin as you roll yourself up. Reaching up with an inhale. Down with an exhale. And then two more like that. Use the movement to help exaggerate the breath. Lift, kind of signaling a filling, release and emptying. And just letting the arms rest by your sides. Closing the eyes. Feeling the feet. The legs sinking down into the earth. Feeling the left leg becoming heavy. And bend the knees. Especially that left leg will bend. Open the eyes. Pick a spot that you can lock your gaze on. Find your breath and lock your attention on your breath. There's multiple layers, but the primary focus is going to be on the breath, and then you just layer the movement on top of that. We're going to bend that right foot, right knee, and bring the right foot onto the left leg just above the knee. Flexing the right foot. And start to bend the knee deeper and bend yourself over your leg, taking your gaze point down toward the ground. And your hands have a few options. The right hand may be on the knee and the left hand may be on the foot.
or since it's a standing, um, I have the needle pose, you can do like we do on our back and bring that right hand inside the opening of the right leg and bring your hands to your left leg. And if you're struggling with the balance and you can get low enough to touch the ground, feel free. If you want to go to a wall, feel free. We're just stretching the hip. And if you happen to be able to balance as well, fine. Don't worry if not. Stay with your breath. And then lift yourself up. Release the leg. Come to standing. Closing the eyes. The earth through the feet. Feel that right foot start to reestablish its own heaviness. Let the eyes open softly, finding a gaze point on the floor. Letting the mind rest inside the breath. Bending the knees. Stay focused on your breath. Lifting the left foot to just above the right knee, flexing that left foot, bending deeper in the knee, letting your gaze come slowly toward your right foot as you hinge over your leg, finding the hand position that works for you or holding on to something else if you need that for balance. Each breath in and out. Coming up to standing, releasing the leg. Inhale, pull the shoulders up to the ears. Inhale some more, pull them up higher. Exhale out of the mouth, drop them down. Again, inhale up, inhale up. Exhale out of the mouth. And one more. Stand for a moment in stillness, feeling the sensations of your body. And then inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Take your hands to the backs of your legs, whether it's the thighs or the calves or the ankles. And as you inhale, push the legs into the hands and the hands into the legs. Exhale, let go of the pushing. Maybe just use your hands a bit to guide you down. With each inhale, create that resistance, pushing back, pushing forward. Exhale, just the hands, gently.
And then release the hands. Take the toes out, take the heels out, take the toes out again. Bending deeply into the knees, lowering the hips down. Bring the hands together, pressing the elbows out against those inner thighs, opening the inner thighs. If you can bring the thumbs to your sternum, go ahead and do that. If you feel like you want to press your thighs even wider, but there's no room, you can bring a fist to your hand or two fists, and then you have more leverage there. And lift through the crown of the head, drop the tailbone and the sit bones. Breathe into it. And then release your hands, one front, one back, helping to lower yourself onto the ground. And bring the hands to the knees. Lay yourself down slowly onto your back. Lift your tailbone, tuck it under. Release your hips down. If you're using an eye pillow, you may place it on your eyes down. Release the legs, shake the legs out, take the arms out to the side. And come to stillness. Breathing in deep through the nose. And then out through the mouth, sinking the body into the earth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth, releasing the jaw, slightly parting the lips, softening mouth and tongue. Inhaling deep, exhaling out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind, letting go of thoughts, images, past and future. Right here, and letting your attention rest in your breath as an anchor to the present moment. And signaling our surrender to the present moment. We also let go of the breath. Just allow the body to breathe effortlessly. Just noticing the sensation and temperature of the movement of each in-breath and each out-breath. Letting everything else go. Staying with your breath, deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting
Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and toes. And reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rocking side to side. Moving the ground, massaging your back. Come center. Bring the soles of the feet together, the palms together, rub hand to hand, then foot to foot. And roll over onto your side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground, and continuing to rest your mind in the present moment. So whatever it might be offering. Not trying to create any experience, but rather just meet the experience that's here. And slowly make your way up, letting your head come up last, coming into any comfortable seated position. Sinking down through the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, the hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. And let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.